Hello everyone. In this module, let me discuss one more important question in section D. The question is based on the concept of parallel and perpendicular lines. So before starting with this concept, let me revise the concept of slope. So slope is represented by small letter m. Remember, when two coordinate points x1, y1 and x2, y2 is given, two coordinate points x1, y1 and x2, y2 is given, you have to use the formula m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 to find the value of slope. Now, coming to the concept of parallel, two lines L1 and L2 are parallel only when their slopes is equal. That is, when slope of a first line is equal to the slope of a second line, then automatically we can say the given two lines are parallel. Coming to the concept of perpendicularism, two lines are perpendicular only when the product of the slopes m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. In the sense, first you have to find the slope of a first line and slope of the second line. If you are going to multiply those two slopes, the answer should be equal to minus 1. Then the given two lines will be perpendicular. Let me give you an example. Suppose, let me take the coordinate points 2, minus 3 and minus 5, 1. First, let me explain how you are going to find the slope. Sometimes this question will be asked for 2 marks. Since two coordinate points is given and they'll ask you to find the value of m, that is finding the value of slope. So as I already said, when two coordinate points x1, y1 and x2, y2 is given, you have to make use of the formula m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 to find the value of slope. Now I am finding the slope of these 2 points is given by, first write down the formula m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Take the first coordinate points as x1, y1 and second coordinate point as x2, y2. Now substitute in the formula y2 is 1 minus y1 is 3. Minus of minus will become plus 3 divided by x2 is minus. So x2 is minus 5 minus x1 is 2. So after simplification, you will get minus 7. That is m is equal to minus 4 by 7. So this is how you are going to find the slope. Now let me explain one problem on parallel or perpendicular concept. In this concept, mainly you will get two types of questions. First type is, they will give two coordinate points and they will ask you to prove it is parallel to some particular coordinate points and perpendicular to some particular coordinate points. This is first type of question. Fine. Second type of question is that they'll give two line equations and they'll ask you to find the unknown values, like find the value of k. They'll ask you to find unknown values or unknown variables. Now look at the question paper that I have taken randomly, one question paper. In that question paper, go to the question given, find the value of k for which the lines, two lines is given, are perpendicular. Now let me write down the lines given. So it is 2x minus ky plus 1 is equal to 0. And the second line is x plus k plus 1 into y minus 1 is equal to 0. See, find the value of k for which the lines, two lines is given to us. They asked you to find the value of k. Main thing is, the condition is that these two lines are perpendicular. So let me make a note of that. Given they are perpendicular. So two lines is given to us. Now we have to find the value of k. So two lines is given to us and we have to find the value of k, and given that they are perpendicular. So just now I said, when do we say two lines are parallel? When their slopes are equal. So when do we say two lines are perpendicular? When the product of the slope m1 into m2 is equal to -1. Now, in the question itself, it is clearly mentioned the given lines are perpendicular. No matter whether it is perpendicular or parallel, we have to find the slopes, respective slopes. But here, coordinate points is not given to us. What they are given? They given equation of line. So, given an equation of line, how can we find the value of slope? So when the equation of line is given, we can find the slope in two forms. First form is we can directly use the formula. So m is equal to minus a by b, right? Or else we can write y is equal to mx plus c form. In the sense, keep the value of y one side and shift the remaining terms to other side. There may be chances to forget the formula. So let me tell you second method. 2x minus ky plus 1 is equal to 0. I have taken line 1. Fine. L1 line I have taken. I have to find the value of m. Now what I am going to do is, I am going to shift the term containing y. This is what the slope intercept form is. So I have already done this in the class. So let me revise once again. So y is equal to mx plus c. I have to change the given line in its standard form. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to keep the term containing y one side and I'm going to shift the remaining terms to other. Now, while shifting, also keep in your mind that since we need the value for y, and moreover the sign for y is minus, so it is better to shift this term. So what you're going to get is 2x I'll keep as it is and 1 as it is. I'm going to shift minus ky. So what you're going to get is plus ky, right? Now what is the coefficient of y in the standard form is 1. But what we have is k. So let me divide by k. So what you're going to get? 2x divided by k plus 1 by k is equal to y. Now coefficient, what we need is value of m. So m is the coefficient of x. So clearly I can extract the coefficient of x now, right? So the value of m is 2 by k. I'll tell you once again, given a line equation, you just convert it into standard form, that is y is equal to mx plus c. So once you get the value of y, this is what the standard form is. The coefficient of x, coefficient in the sense the value which is associated with x is 2 by k. So that will become a slope of line L1. So let me take that as m1. Fine. Now I'm going to do the same procedure for the second line. Let me consider second line. I'll rewrite the line once again. X plus k plus 1y minus 1 is equal to 0. This is what the value of L2 is. Now what we have to do is, we have to convert this in its standard form. What is the standard form we have? Y is equal to mx plus c. Now I'll keep this term as it is. Why? Because I need the value for y. Moreover, sign for y is positive. So I'll keep this term here itself. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to shift the rest of the term. First let me shift minus, negative term. So what you're going to get is plus 1. Sign for x is plus. So when you're going to shift this, you'll get minus x. Fine. Now y coefficient in standard form is 1. But here it is not the case. So let me divide this value. I'm going to shift this. So what you're going to get is y is equal to 1 divided by k plus 1 minus x divided by k plus 1. Now the coefficient of x will become m. Look at here, the coefficient of x is m, but it is positive. Here you have negative. So you may make mistake here. You have to consider along with the sign. Please remember. So the value of m will be minus 1 divided by k plus 1. Since it is a slope of a line L2, let me take this as m2. Make sure the coefficient of x should be positive in the standard form, but here you have negative, so that is the reason I have taken negative sign here. Hope so it is clear. Now I have obtained a value of m1 and m2, but we have a variable k in both the slopes. Our aim is to find the value of k. Now the major condition given in the problem is that they are perpendicular. Now revise the concept. What is the condition for the lines to be perpendicular? M1 into M2 is equal to minus 1. That is, the product of the slope should be equal to minus 1. Now let me substitute the values. What is the value of M1? Is 2 by k. M2 is minus 1 divided by k plus 1, which is equal to minus 1. Since we don't have any sign, this is one term, this is one term. In between, it is understood into will be there. Multiplication sign is there. So, if you are finding difficulty to manipulate or simplification with a negative sign, you can cancel in this step itself. Let me see how you can cancel. Since you have multiplication here, right? So, 2 into 1 is 2. For this term you have plus into minus is minus, so 2 divided by k into k plus 1, which is equal to minus 1. Now you can cancel negative sign on both sides, so what you left with? 2 divided by k into k plus 1 is equal to 1. Now our aim is to find the value of k, so I'll do cross multiplication. You will get 2 is equal to k into k plus 1. Fine. Now, what you are going to do is, some people have found in a preparatory that you are equating the value of k to 2. You cannot do that. You have to multiply this value inside. So, what you are going to do is, k into k is k square plus k into 1 is k. No need to worry about it. Whatever may be the degree of this equation. Let me convert it in terms of standard form. K square as it is plus k as it is. I'll shift 2 to the other side. So what you're going to get is minus 2 is equal to 0. Right? Now it is of the form quadratic equation and you are familiar with this. I mean finding the roots of this equation, right? Let me solve this equation. K square plus k minus 2 is equal to 0. You have to solve this equation, then only you will get the value of k. Now let me see how you're going to solve this. What is the constant value you have? Is minus 2. Now, find the factors for minus 2 in such a way that when you're going to simplify these two values, that the coefficient will be, what is the coefficient of k here? 1. So, you should get 1. Suppose factor for 2 is 2 into 1. Only factor is 2 into 1, right? Now, 2 plus 1 is 3. But what we need is 1. And when you're going to multiply, you should get negative sign, right? Let me put minus sign for 2, plus sign for 1. So minus into plus, minus, 2 into 1, 2. Right? But minus 2 plus 1 is, minus 2 plus 1, largest number is 2. For 2, you have negative sign. So you're going to get minus 1. But what we need is plus sign. So I'm going to write plus 2 minus 1. Now multiply these two. 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. Right? So the correct factors are 2 and minus 1. In the sense, how can we write this as k square first term as it is plus, I'm going to split the term, 2k minus 1 into k minus 2 is equal to 0. Nothing. I have found the factors for minus 2 and I have split the term minus 2 as minus 2 plus 1. Factorization method. You just go through 10th standard textbook, then you're going to understand this. Now, common factor between these two is k. Right? Left with k plus 2. Common factor between these two terms is minus 1. So left with k plus 2. The blind hint is that whatever the term that you're going to get here, the same term should be here. Right? Again, the common factor is k plus 2. So when you're going to take k plus 2 as common, what you're going to get? K minus 1. Now you can equate this. So what I got here? K plus 2 is equal to 0 or k minus 1 is equal to 0. When k plus 2 is equal to 0, let me simplify here itself. K is equal to minus 2. When k minus 1 is equal to 0, k is equal to 1. So our aim is to find the value of k, right? I have got k values. One value is minus 2, another value is 1. I'll tell you overall concept. Remember, when equations are given, you have to find the slope by converting it into standard form y is equal to mx plus c, where m is the slope of a line. Fine. First write down the given line as it is and convert it into standard form. Nothing is there. Just shift the term which contain y to one side and remaining terms to other side. That is what I have done here. After converting it into standard form, whatever the value is there associated with x, that will become a slope, and take that slope as m1 for a line 1. Similarly, do the same concept for line L2. Convert it into a standard form just by keeping a term y one side and shifting the remaining terms to other side. Then the coefficient of x will become the slope. Right? Now, go through the problem. In the problem, it is clearly mentioned that the given lines are perpendicular. Right? Condition for perpendicular lines is m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. Now, I have already obtained the value of m1 and m2. What I did is, I have just substituted the values of m1 and m2. Now, since you have minus sign, so let me cancel on both sides. Now I did the cross multiplication. When I am going to multiply, I got quadratic equation. So I have found the factors for that, and rest of the thing followed as usual simplification. After that I got two values for k. One is minus 2, another is 1. This is what the concept is. And now I hope you understand this concept, and write down this problem, 33rd problem. See, if the two lines are given, moreover condition is perpendicular, and they ask you to find the value of p. Here the unknown quantity is p, so solve this problem and write the same in assignment book. Now let me look at the next question paper which has the same concept. See here. Question given is, show that the line joining the points 2, minus 3 and minus 5, 1 is parallel to the line joining 2 points. And second sub-question is perpendicular to the line joining 2 points. Now, let me solve this problem. See, first let me write the points given. We have to show that the line joining points 2, minus 3 and minus 5, 1, first sub question, parallel to line joining 7, minus 1 and 0, 3. Second sub question, perpendicular to line joining 4, 5 and 0, minus 2. Now question is, original line is with the coordinate points 2, minus 3 and minus 5, 1. They asked us to prove this line is parallel to the line joining these 2 points and perpendicular to the line joining these 2 points. So as I already said, parallel condition is slope should be equal. Perpendicular condition is m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. First question, let me solve. Parallel to line joining these 2 points. Before that, first let me find the slope of the original line, that is first line. Now let me write the coordinate point once again, minus 5, 1. First coordinate point, take that as x1, y1. Second one, x2, y2. So as already said, slope formula is y is equal to y2, m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Now substitute, y2 is 1 minus y1 is minus 3, minus of minus is plus 3 divided by x2 is minus 5 minus x1 is 2. Right? 3 plus 1 is 4, minus 5 minus 2 is minus 7. So the value of m for the original line is minus 4 by 7. Fine. Now let me solve first sub question. Second sub question you have to do. So please listen carefully. First one is, we have to prove this line slope is parallel to this line. in the sense these two slopes should be equal, right? First sub question I am solving now. Let me write down the coordinate point 7 comma minus 1 and 0 comma 3, right? This coordinate point take as x1 y1 x2 y2. Now substitute in the same formula. Let me take this slope as m1 since I am solving the first sub question, right? So let me take that as m1 y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. y2 is 3 minus y1 is 1. Minus of minus is plus 1. x2 is 0 minus x1 is 7. So 3 plus 1 is 4 divided by 7. So remember, when you have negative sign in denominator, that will be applicable for numerator as well. Either you can write in numerator or you can write it in denominator, one and the same. Now have a look on the slope value, that is for the original line. What you have got is minus 4 by 7. For the first sub question line, you have obtained m1 as minus 4 by 7. So you can note that m is equal to m1, right? The meaning is slopes are equal. So if that was the case, we can clearly write the conclusion that therefore they are parallel, right? Now second sub question is we have to prove this line is perpendicular to original line is perpendicular to this line. Now I have already got the slope of first original line as m. Now for the second line, let me find out the slope. First let me write down the coordinate points 4, 5 and 0, minus 2. Apply the same formula x1, y1, x2, y2. So you substitute in the formula, you will get y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. y2 is minus 2 minus y1 is minus 5. x2 is 0 minus x1 is 4. 2 minus 5 is minus 7 divided by minus 4. So it is 7 by 4. Let me take this slope as m2. Fine. But the doubt arises in our mind that since m is minus 4 by 7, but here you have plus 7 by 4, reverse of that. But what we have to prove is they are perpendicular. So condition for perpendicular is m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. Here the slope of m1 is this line. So substitute minus 4 by 7 into m2 is 7 by 4. Simplification, you will get minus 1. Right? Since minus 1 is equal to minus 1, in the sense it satisfies the condition that m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. Therefore, they are perpendicular. That's all. I'll tell you the revision of this. See, the line is given. First thing we have to prove this is parallel to given line, first sub question. This is perpendicular to the second values, that is in the second sub question. First find out the original line slope by using the formula y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. After that, make use of the same formula, find out the slope of the given two lines and check whether if it is equal to the original line slope, then it is parallel. And if it satisfies the condition m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1, then the given lines are perpendicular. That's all. Hope it is clear for you. Now, assignment questions based on the same concept, that write down the question. First one. So for assignment, write down the 11th question and solve the same in assignment book. See the question, if the lines joining the points minus 6, 1 and 4, minus 1 is parallel to the line joining point K4 and 2, 3, find K. So it is already given that the line is parallel. So directly use the concept m1 is equal to m2. In the second question, it is already given perpendicular. So use the concept m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. Only one question is assignment for you. Please solve this one question so that you will understand the entire concept. Hope you will do this. Thank you. Continue in the next session.